up, everybody? Welcome back to Grid Penalty, the Formula One podcast for everybody. My name is Brent Gill. With me, as always, Jeff Tice. What's up, Jeff?
Yo, what's good, Brent?
We got a killer episode tonight. It's our last off week. Thank God. We're so fucking tired of not having Formula One. Baku is next week, so we're talking Baku predictions. We're talking Nico Hulkenberg running a 10K. And, of course, we got a big old fat Mazzy award to give out. But first, as always, we got to get
plugged. Let's get plugged.
What you got, Jeff?
My goodness. I am ready to get plugged. I am having a great week. It's so good to be here. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. We love you so much. You can find me where I've always been, on the internet, at Jeffrey Tice, GeoffreyTice, across all social media. Follow me there. We just got fun stuff going on. Then this week, if you listen and you also are in the Midwest, I will be in Indiana. I will be in Milwaukee. I will be in Chicago. So let's go
You got it.
Wisconsin, Indiana, Illinois are the state versions of that.
It's written down.
Yeah. So I'm just flying, just trying to just improv, dude.
It's also Illinois, not Chicago is the state. But go ahead. Yeah.
Wait, Illinois is the state of Chicago.
You said that's the state version of that.
Oh.
Because you said Milwaukee. It's Wisconsin.
Indiana.
Tell them where you're going to be, Jeff.
Illinois. We're going to be in the Midwest. We're eating cheese curds. We're having fun. I'm going to be with Josh Blue. Check him out. So, it's going to be fun. Other than that, you can check out my children's book, hard left turn from stand-up comedy to a children's book. And it's called The 11 Evelyns. It's on Amazon. Check it out. I made it for my daughter. I wrote and illustrated it myself. And then also, let's say you are in Illinois and you're like, man, what state am I in? I don't even know where I'm at right now. And you're just on the train in Chicago, cruising around, and you're like, you know what I really want to do right now? I want to be not in Chicago. So what you do is you take that train all the way to O'Hare. You go through that weird hallway with all the lights on the top of the ceiling in O'Hare. You're going to hop on probably I was going to say a JSX flight, but they don't fly out of O'Hare.
No.
For sure they don't.
No. Porter Air does, but Porter doesn't fly to Colorado. So
how
weird is it that I know airline carriers?
I mean, we do know. Where does Porter fly?
They're like a northeastern, so like Toronto, Chicago, New York is kind of their loop.
God. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take Porter to Toronto. You're going to go through
Bring that passport.
Customs. Yep. Definitely make sure you go through customs. You're going to hang out. You're going to watch the Raptors not be in the playoffs. You're going to definitely not meet Drake. But what you're going to do is you're going to then hop on another plane, probably United, maybe American Airlines, maybe Canadian Air. Fly all the way to
Air Canada.
DIA. And then you don't have your car with you. So what you're going to do from DIA, you're going to hop on the train. It's, I think, $9.
The A line. It's $10.50.
$10.50, the A line directly. Brent with the travel logistics is incredible.
I am on a plane too much. Keep going.
I love it so much. So you take that directly to Union Station in Denver. What you're going to want to do is get out at Union Station and stop at the street food, beautiful, delicious place called Zomama. You're going to eat some noodles at Zomama outside of Union Station. Then you're going to hop back on the bus. And you're going to take the FF Flyer from Union
the front
Station.
Range Flyer.
You're going to take the Express all the way to probably actually 15th and Canyon. And then from 15th and Canyon, you're going to want to take a Lime scooter.
That's what I was thinking too. Yes.
All the way down Folsom. You're going to go probably Arapahoe to Folsom. Maybe then shoot up 28th to Valmont. Definitely dump that scooter at Vacuums R Us. Someone will need it at Vacuums R Us, or Coyote Cleaners, or in front of Cosmos Pizza,
or in front of the sex shop next door to Cosmos Pizza.
Oh, there's a new sex shop, or there is a sex shop.
Been there. It's like a lingerie. I'm sure they got some dilds in there.
Nice, dude. Oh, I thought that was Vacuums R Us the whole time. I thought that was a sex shop.
Different type of toy.
Wild. Yeah, different.
Both have suction though.
Yeah.
So that's kind of
different stage in life. And so you're gonna go to the Rayback Collective at 7 p.m. You're gonna make it by 7 p.m. You're leaving Chicago at 5 a.m. and you're going to Toronto, and then it's a long day.
It's a long trip.
Yeah, I don't, that there's no way those hours add up, but we're living here in the in a new AI generated world, so it could happen. And then you're gonna go to the Rayback Collective at 7 p.m. every single Sunday for the Boulder Comedy Show. Check it out. It's so fun. Great comedy. If you're listening in the future, Brent was here today when we're recording. So that's exciting.
It is true. That's true.
But yeah, come to the Boulder Comedy Show. It's an incredible show. Longest running show in the world. No comedy shows ever been going on longer. So Brent,
yes.
Where can the good people find you besides knowing every single travel detail in the United States?
It's funny because people are coming to the 10-year anniversary show, and there's some like Jan's coming from the podcast.
Shout out Jan.
And I wanted to be like, how are you gonna get there? I want someone to just bust out like their travel plan.
Let's see.
I'm all over the place. First of all, you can find me on the old Instagram at I am Brent Gill. I have my comedy special there, live from Philadelphia, which I'm a big fan of. And then we have, I'm going to try and fix my camera while I do this. You can catch me this Wednesday, April 26th in Long Beach at Que Sera.
Nice.
That show starts around 8 o'clock. And then I actually really enjoy that show. I've done that show a decent amount of times.
Nice.
I really enjoy it. It's, I like Long Beach. It's a good spot to be. And then you can find me in order of appearance. You can find me at Que Sera in Long Beach. And then you can find me this weekend. I'm going to Vegas for LS Fest.
Nice.
Jake Becker is coming to join me.
Sweet.
He is a producer on our friend's podcast over at Chubby Bohemoth.
Yes.
And then I'll be there from April 28th to the 30th the whole time for LS Fest. And then Miami Grand Prix, I will be there in person.
Yes.
May 5 through 7.
Protesting.
So yes, protesting. And then I'll be there. So 5 through 7, and then on the 8th, I fly to Dallas, Texas, and I'm doing the AT&T Byron Nelson Open.
Nice.
I'm not playing in it, but I'm definitely roasting everybody in it.
Hey, that's fun.
So I'll be there Monday and Tuesday, the 8th and 9th. And then the 10-year anniversary of the Boulder Comedy Show, May 21st.
Yes.
A.k.a. 21st. I don't want people to think I'm that dumb.
Yeah.
May 21st, May 21st, the 10-year anniversary of the Boulder Comedy Show. That's a Sunday. I'm going to get on a plane in Burbank, and I'm going to fly to Denver International Airport.
Yes.
I'm going to con my friend to driving to the airport to pick me up.
Yes.
He's going to say no, and then hold it over my head for the rest of my life when I make him do it. And then my parents are going to come from where they live, and they're going to come out, and we're going to eat some good food, play some good golf, and then make everybody laugh.
It's gonna be so fun. Do you think you'll cry on the 10 year?
That's a great question.
You're not a big crier, but
I'm not a big crier.
It is
Although
a
I
big
cry when I'm
milestone.
happy, which is weird, but it's like happy, like emotionally.
Yeah.
Like I cry in front of women more than I care to admit. I'll say that. And it's like I just am happy. So that's a problem. Some say it's not, but I
would
do.
say it's a strength. Yeah, I would say it's a strength.
Yeah. But you're also married with a child.
True. Some would also say it's probably the mushrooms. Is what.
That'll do it as well. And then I should say this: my Chiba Hut tour. We don't have dates yet, but I'm going to be going to several locations across the country, including the following: Denton, Texas; Riverside, California; Albuquerque, New Mexico; Bend, Oregon; Houston, Texas; Orlando; St. Augustine, Florida; Wrigleyville, Illinois; Milwaukee; Atlanta, Georgia; Colorado Springs, Colorado; and Denver, Colorado.
Amazing.
So
Amazing.
stay tuned for that. Very excited about it. And that's about it. Shout out to our amazing producer, Kat Orlean, at KO Recording. She is out there doing all sorts of fun stuff. She's a very talented singer and musician as well. So please make sure that you follow her at KO Recording, as well as our video editor, Jan, at Poinson and Williams. She is putting out some great work, and you can check us out on YouTube and Instagram. We have a lot of stuff on there. We have more stuff that's backed up that I need to post, and I'm working on it. We also have merch, Redbubble. We got merch on there. You can go to our, whatchamacallit. You can go to our Instagram. It's the first link on there. And then the Discord. God, there's a lot of plugs.
We
now.
got a lot of stuff
these
going
plugs
on.
have gotten long. These plugs have gotten long. Our Discord, pop it off. Very fun group of people in there as well. So if you like what we're doing here and you want to get a little more Formula One action,
they also in the Discord last night popping off. Thanks for all the new people who have joined. But there was a comment we haven't responded yet, but I'm gonna hop in there today. I think it's a great idea talking about having live commentary, watch-alongs of the races. If you're in the Discord during the race, we can just throw in comments and chat about the race and what's going on. I love that idea. So I think we're going to, probably do that. Have a little thread for people who want to just talk about the race together while it's happening over the weekend. Just having a fun time talking F1, having a fun community. It's a great group of people in there, and it's been awesome. So join the Discord, have fun. Like our good friend of the pod, Kevin Owens, said, he's like, a lot of emojis going on. Didn't realize it was going to be so heavy in the emojis.
Heavy emoji game.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of animated emojis. So it's a fun time in the Discord. Swing through, say hi, hang out. It's not
Grid Penalty F1.
Grid Penalty
is
F1.
What it's called. Also, thanks to Jan for making that public. Apparently, you got to make it public. I had no fucking clue. I didn't know that. So
we're figuring it out.
Yeah. So, how's your week? What'd you do, Jeff? Did you do anything fun?
No, dude, nothing. Hung out, took it easy. It was again back in the old, the standard. I had a couple great shows which were really fun. Friday night I had a show somewhere. Who's to say where it was? And then last night.
The Tice Paddock, just keeping things close to the vest.
No clue. Yeah, no one's allowed to know. No one is allowed to know.
He's making new side pods, so that's why I didn't want to tell anybody.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and so and then I was at Comedy Works last night with our good friend Mo Alexander, and those shows were really fun. It sounds silly, but I love doing stand-up comedy, and so it's a good time. And nothing crazy. Hanging out with the baby, hanging out with the wife and the dog, and just enjoying it. Watching basketball, basically twiddling my thumbs until Azerbaijan and Baku, which it goes from 0 to 100 in my life. I have nothing going on really that much, just working, doing some projects. And then next week I travel, and throughout the whole race weekend, I'm in like a different city doing stand-up, and then trying to watch the race in a hotel room, and then traveling, and then recording. So next week's going to be crazy, but this week I'm just enjoying the quiet and the calm before it gets a little wild. So how about you, Brent? Nice. How's your wild life going?
How nice. I do, like, the more and more that we do this, the more I think of, like, boy, we couldn't be more yin and yang on this show.
It's great.
A couple things. So 420 show was on Thursday.
Yes.
Super fun. Shout out to Chiba Hut. I love them. Chiba Hut.
Yes.
We sold out 2 shows at the Comedy Fort, which was great. And the thing about weed shows is, like, I've been doing weed shows my whole life.
Yeah.
Like my whole career at least. And weed crowds tend to be the worst.
Yeah.
They tend to be the worst because they're all too stoned.
Yeah.
And so, like, you'll tell a joke, and it either takes, like, 2-3 full seconds for it to click, or they'll hear the joke, and they'll just, like, analyze it too much. They're like, oh.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, that is fucked up.
Dude, airline food is weird.
yeah, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, all right, guys, calm down a little bit. But the nice thing about this show is that the people aren't allowed to get high on site.
Oh. Makes sense.
So they got high beforehand, and they had time to, like, de-high a bit and just, like, settle into it.
Yeah.
And they just came out ready to laugh. It was super fun.
So nice.
David Rodriguez is a killer club up there at the Comedy Fort. So that was super fun. I got 1 million joints for free. Shout out to Willie's Reserve for
nice.
Just so many joints. And so that was fun. And then I got... I'm going to do this slightly out of order. Yeah. I picked up the bumper to my new car.
Yes.
So the yeah.
You didn't tear it off. This is for the Daytona Violet car. This is not...
Correct.
Okay.
That's correct. And he used the right color. Hell yeah.
Nice.
I've been calling it that WAP, that wet-ass purple. But it's for the new car. The bumper didn't fit in any of the vehicles to get it there. And he wasn't finished with it when they towed the car back home.
Yeah.
And so I went and picked it up. That's the first time I've seen the paint in person.
Ooh, how's it feel?
And I still haven't seen the car yet. I see the car tomorrow. We're going to
okay.
record the car tomorrow.
Nice.
But it looks so good, dude.
You excited?
It looks so good. It looks so good. And it was like kind of cloudy yesterday, so it's a lot more dark. It's like got these pearls in it, or like some sort of like pearlescence or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what kind of helps it change in the sun versus in the evening. It's like real violet plum in the sun, and then at night it almost looks black.
Nice.
Like it's awesome. So that's sitting in the back of my car right now. I'm gonna drop that. I like didn't even want to take it out. I was like, I just want to keep looking. Every time I would walk out to the car, I'd bring someone else with me. Like, you want to see my bumper?
Come check it out. Yeah.
So very excited about that. And then speaking of the bumper in the car build, I went out with Bash Brothers Speed Shop, the people that are building my car.
Shout out.
And we went drifting.
Oh my God.
And it was.
And you're alive. You made it.
Oh yeah, I've never felt more safe than in that drift car.
Really?
Yeah. It's like it's a proper drift car. Like it's a full cage, like the full thing.
Yeah.
And he has these, I think they're called Kirky, like race seats.
Yeah.
And they have these big side bolsters. So like, and it's a 5-point seatbelt. It goes through the crotch, over the lap, over the shoulders.
Yeah.
And you're just like strapped in like you're in an F1 fighter, or an F-18, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or an F1 fighter, because this is what the thing is. It is. I was like, fucking roll it. I don't care. I ain't going anywhere. So it was really cool. It was interesting to see. First off, he wouldn't let me drive it.
Hilarious. That was the next thing. I was like, did you even get to drive it? Yeah.
I wanted to, but I get there and they're like, I don't know. The car it's got 4 pound, like, I think it was 4 or 7 psi of oil pressure, which is supposed to be like 30 or 40. So they're like, I think we're gonna blow this motor on accident. And I was like, well, let's get the tape now. Let's get a good take of it then. And we didn't blow it, which was good. He just kept pouring more oil in there,
nice.
So it was forced to have pressure. But I feel like I can drift.
Yeah.
Like after seeing this, I was like, I don't know. I feel like I could do this pretty good.
Yeah, you're like I can do this. What made you think that? Just that it didn't look that hard, or it was
in the car? So like when you see it out, to me, it looks harder outside the car than it does inside the car.
Yeah.
And it's just like doing donuts. It's all about throttle control.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but it just felt like in the car, it's like, as soon as you get your ass out sideways, then it's just keeping throttle and just steering into the turn, like into the slide.
Yeah.
And it's, like I grew up in Colorado. Tons of snow days here, tons of fucking around in snow. So I feel like it's kind of like a similar thing. You have to goose it more because you're on dry asphalt. And I just feel like I could do it. And I like told them, I was like, I think I can do this. They're like, cool. Well, your car is almost ready.
That's so funny.
And I was like, well, we both know I'm not drifting the new car. Get the fuck out of here. So I think I've decided I'm going to keep the Z3. Anyway, the
Z3 is now being tuned fully to become a drift car.
Oh God! I broke the drive shaft of it.
Oh, no.
I don't know if I told you this. I broke the drive shaft. Yeah, I think I told you this last week.
Yeah, that's on the way back from Long Beach, right? Is that what broke?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Pretty sure, because then when I tried to limp it into the shop, it got real bad.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get it into the shop. And I was like a half mile away.
Oh.
So we'll see if that's fixed, because I want to take the car to LS Fest. And now both of my cars aren't ready for the festival. And it's like, yeah, see, this is why you have one car. You have one car. You don't need two. But we'll see how that actually goes. Who needs a retirement plan, Jeff, when you have cars?
That's exactly what I say a lot. I told my daughter that. I was like, listen, your retirement plan.
You don't need college.
I'm giving you an LS Swap Z3 for your graduation.
An LS Swap Ford Fusion.
Yeah. Dude, yes. Oh, I would love the idea of a LS Swap Ford Fusion, and it's just so loud, and then I'm just like hitting my Bluetooth, like, Bluetooth audio. Play Bluetooth audio. Just like the most domestic, boring car.
Play Mozart.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
That's
nice,
it's been a fun week. I'm excited for LS Fest this weekend.
Yeah.
I hope that hope one of my cars is ready. Like at least, I mean, I dropped it off on Wednesday, and I can guarantee you they're not even going to look at it till Monday.
Of course, yeah.
So it's probably not going to be ready, which is going to suck because then I got to drive there and I don't get to fucking show off anything.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to be like, hey, let me just load this up on a trailer. I'll trailer it out there. I'll just roll it into place.
Yep.
We'll go through the car show. I'll roll it back on, and then we'll be fine.
That's it. That's good.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
That's
I don't
fun.
think it's.
How many days is LS Fest? Is it
Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Oh, damn, full 3 days, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. And where's it at? In Vegas.
I think it's at the Vegas Motor Speedway.
Oh, nice, sweet.
I think is where it's at, and because they do a whole bunch of other stuff. I just entered into the car show.
Cool.
Because I wanted to show off the E46, the purple, the Daytona Violet one.
Yep.
And then the guys are like, well, we could trailer it out there. And I'm like, I don't want to spend gas money on hauling a car out there to haul it right back. The point was to haul it to Vegas so that I can just drive it home to LA.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's not going to happen. So I don't think I'm going to bring the purple one out there.
Still.
But
that's cool.
It's going to be fun, though, because there's drift contests, there's car shows, there's the dyno challenge, which I will not be putting my car on at any point.
Yeah.
Because that's just a recipe to blow your motor, just to show off. Like, look at the numbers.
Yeah.
And it's just like, go fuck yourself.
That's crazy. You're going to have an insane... Again, going back to, like, how different our lives are. You're going to go to Vegas, and it's already Vegas, but then you're also doing something that you love, and that's the best feeling, and going to a place that already is heightened with entertainment and excitement, and then you get to go do something that you want to be doing there. That's awesome. And then you're going to Miami the week after, which is incredible.
And then Dallas the day after. My poor cat, dude.
R.I.P.
He's gonna murder me.
Yeah, he's not.
He's gonna murder me.
He's gonna just take up. He's so angry. He's so angsty. But
my neighbor watching him is like, boy, he yells a lot. And I'm like, yeah, I don't. I mean, just talk back to him.
Real vocal. Yeah, real vocal.
Yeah, he meows at me for no reason. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
you're a cat.
I hope Miami has everything it wants. I hope it's not flooded.
Sans water. Yeah, I just hope there's no water on it, dude.
That's
it's
the goal.
Insane.
Yeah.
Apparently they've made a bunch of changes with the course there. So they've added I think 3,000 more seats, maybe 6,000 more seats.
Nice.
To the grandstand, of course. They've added 61 new private boxes. Why, Jeff? Because the Mazzy Award winner last week, F1 doesn't like to bring the little people in. They're like, oh, you're poor? Go to fucking IndyCar.
Yeah.
But I'm excited for it anyway. I don't have any tickets.
Hey.
At all. I have a place to stay. I'm bringing golf clubs. I'm playing golf on Friday.
Yep.
I'm going on Saturday to all the quali and the
Sweet.
The cup races and stuff like that.
Yep.
And then Sunday we're trying to get. So my buddy owns a bunch of men's health clinics down there.
Nice.
In Florida, and he spends like dick pills and shit.
Yeah.
He spends $4 million a year on ads alone.
Incredible.
And I was like, reach out to your people. Go get some free tickets from these. So hopefully we'll get some free tickets. But I told him you got to reach out closer to the date. Like a week of, because they want to hold these for who else wants them?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you spend $4 million a year, and he's like, actually, that's actually not a ton.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that is a ton. I mean, the profit in dick pills must be huge.
Yes.
So, but they did that, and then they're moving the paddock to inside the Hard Rock Stadium, which is going to be pretty interesting to see.
That'd be cool.
Which kind of makes sense, I guess. Why not have another ticket that you could charge people $1,000?
Yeah, true.
More
access.
Yeah, but apparently though, if y'all remember season 1, of our podcast, we had some fun debates around a little lady named Betty Ferguson.
Shout out Betty Fergs.
Sweet Betty Fergs. Apparently, the residents of Miami Gardens have dropped the lawsuit. So last year, if you don't remember, huge lawsuit trying to get because the Formula One race last year didn't actually get their permits. They just did it anyway.
Yeah. They were like, it's going to happen. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, right? So Betty Ferguson was heading up the whole charge against the Formula One group and Miami-Dade County. And she's suing them, and then the judge just goes, we'll deal with this after the race, which is fucking hilarious. I mean, that is the most money is the most important thing you could ever hear.
Cash is king.
You know what? You have a point, but we'll deal with this later.
But after the noise dies down and we can hear you, we'll deal
apparently,
with it.
apparently they dropped the lawsuit because after the race did happen, they thought so they were suing that the decibel levels would damage hearing. It's gonna damage our hearing. We're old.
Sure.
And I'm like, turn off those fucking hearing aids.
Dial them down, Betty.
Dial them down, Bet. And so they dropped all that because it wasn't that loud. And then I'm sure that they didn't care because Miami saw a $350 million boost in their economy during the Formula One weekend.
That's more than the dick pill guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So
damn, $350 million increase.
350 mil. I bet you it's going to hit 400 mil this year because of extra seating and because it's year 2.
Yeah.
You know, and they can charge more money and everything. So.
That's enough money to build just a whole separate community for Betty to go live in away from the track. They're just
right.
Like we're crushing.
That would be like, go build a racetrack in Ocala. You know, fuck it.
Yeah.
Just still call it the Miami Grand Prix. Just do it in Ocala. The pit staying of Florida. Yeah, so it.
Man.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to sweating my balls off.
Yeah, man. That's the one thing I remember last year. I just was swamped from head to toe. The second we got off the plane, the doors open at the airport, and you just go, oh, God. And it was an amazing weekend. It was so much fun. But, dude, the humidity annihilates me. And so I'm excited for you. That's exciting. It'll be so much fun. But I'm excited to see all the pics. And
it's going to be cool to be down there again. It's going to be cool to see it round 2.
Yep,
you know, to see if things are better organized than last year. I mean, leaving the track on Saturday last year was insane.
Yep. The marina this year has actual water, not because of the flooding.
We couldn't get it out, it's part of the attraction.
It's just like brown swamp water, like flood waters. But no, they actually pumped in real water this year. I think they were like sick of being a punchline, and then that's like that
was a dumb design.
It doesn't make you still not a joke. That is still a joke that you're putting boats inside.
They just doubled down on this joke. You're like, no, now we're gonna put real water in there. I'm like, yeah, but your boats are still on land. Yeah. So you have a pool. You basically just created a chlorine pool.
Yeah, you guys are still dorks for doing it. Like, it's such a dorky move to put actual yachts next to the track. So pretty funny that's going to happen. But
it's Miami-Co. It's Miami-Onico. It's what they're trying to get. Yeah.
It's Miami Carlo. They're trying. But what I will say is I hope they still, and I'm sure they will. Last year, some great positives were the shade, which we didn't have in Austin, and then we went to Miami, and they had such great facilities for getting shade and being able to kind of recharge, really cool areas to hang out. Again, we always talk about the experience of going to F1 races. You can't control the weather, but you can control all those different pieces. And Miami, for the first year, I think did a really good job of that, mostly because they're like, people will die out here. It is
for sure.
It is too hot.
Sure.
Dude,
all those women who were waiting in line with us wearing stilettos, and I'm like, do you know how long we have to walk?
Yes.
It's like a minimum 5 mile a day.
Yeah.
And these women are in like mini skirts and stilettos.
Yeah. It was fun to see Miami was great because when we had to Uber to the shuttle, and then we all get on the shuttle, and the shuttle line was pretty long. And so you're waiting in line with all these people who are going to different parts of the track, obviously, like different levels of access and just lifestyle. And then you can also, it's fun to you can pinpoint what they think they're going to get out of the race.
We're going to the nightclub at the race.
You can tell the type of person what they think this experience is about to be. Because there's some people that exactly that. They're wearing tube tops, like dudes wearing like super fashionable polos and designer jeans.
So hot.
And then you see
a sport coat?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's crazy. And then you see more often than not just the majority of the fans were wearing like normal clothes. Like, I'm about to go sit in the sun and I'm going. And then there's some people that look like they're going camping in the desert for like 40 days and 40 nights. They're out there with just coolers and just everything you need. Yeah, they look like they're going to war. And it's like, that guy's going to be the most comfortable The dude, like
Yeah.
the doomsday prepper in line is gonna have the most fun because he'll be the most comfortable. Stiletto lady and like, shirt out guy is gonna have a tough day. But
You better know somebody in the paddock, is what I'm saying. If you're
100%.
wearing that, you better know somebody.
yeah, you better be
and
in
know
an
where you're
air conditioned suite.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, but also if you're dressed like that, you're also taking the shuttle. Like, come on, that's
Yeah, that's a good point.
That's tough.
No one brought you in an Escalade
Yeah.
to the track. Okay,
That's
I
tough.
think you made a huge mistake. I always dress the same at my race. Like I've kind of got my race garb down.
Yeah.
It's short shorts, like
Yeah.
7 inches. I want a lot of thigh, and then I'll wear long like Under Armour sleeves
Yep.
to protect from the sun. And to help wick the sweat off of my body.
Yes.
And then I'll wear some sort of a cool car shirt, preferably Grid Penalty.
Nice.
Or the one with the Porsche GT3.
Nice.
And I can't tell you how many people love that Porsche shirt.
That's
at
great.
The race. They're like, oh, great shirt.
Nice shirt,
I
dude.
I got a GT3 RS, and I was like,
Yeah.
I thought it was a GT4. Okay,
Yeah, that's
cool.
fine.
I don't know.
That's
I
fine.
just like the Porsche.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that. Oh, and a big hat.
Big hat. Gotta go
Big
hat.
full brim hat. I got that
Yep.
Titleist golf hat that I wear everywhere.
Yep.
Shout out to Hole Hecklers.
Shout out to Hole Hecklers.
And it's funny. I'm like shouting out partners, but are like my other businesses,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
even like sponsors.
Other shows that you're doing. That's great. Yeah, my
But you got to
attire,
keep the sun off you.
That's the biggest thing for me. My attire it's all sweat management. That's how I live my
Yeah.
life. My whole
Yeah.
life is sweat management. So I wear Lululemon shorts
Love it.
and just regular shoes, cross trainer shoes, and then either a white shirt or a black shirt, and that's it. That's all, and then
Yeah.
a hat and sunglasses. But my goal is like just to minimize how much is the sweat showing on my body right now, which I always think about when we in Austin when we went to the race and we got scooters to scoot all the way back to the parking
first
lot.
year.
Yeah, the first year that was 3 miles away. Just scootering on the side of a highway in the Austin heat. We have a picture. Nick Holmby took a picture of us, and you can see from like 50 feet away. You can see the back of my shirt completely stuck.
It
to
looked
my
like you
whole
just finished
body.
like 2 basketball games back to back.
Yeah.
You were so sweaty, and
Oh.
that ring was just like, man, poor guy.
It was unbelievable. But all of that sweat, and we still were like, hey, man, at least we didn't have to walk. We had a good time scootering all the way back to the parking lot.
Yeah.
Brutal.
And then was it? Which time did we get the Uber to turn around? Was that with us?
That was the day before. That was
Okay, on Saturday.
'cause
Oh,
it
and
was
then
our
we got the scooters. Yeah,
qualifying,
okay.
And that was our kind of like big red alert. Like, oh, we need to do something for tomorrow if we want to make it to
Yeah.
our comedy shows that night. So we bought the scoots, and it was so much fun.
Oh man,
It was
yeah,
great.
it's gonna be fun to see it there. It's gonna be fun to see all 3 of them this year.
Yeah.
Two money grabs and one one tradition.
That's
So,
great. Yeah. Well,
I wonder if it's gonna be hot in Baku. Is it hot? Is it hot in Azerbaijan?
I think it can get hot. It's also on the water, so at least it'll probably be pretty temperate. I don't think
Okay.
it'll be overly toasty. I don't think. But it is the first sprint race of the year.
I can't
Excited
wait.
for that.
And it's a new format this year.
Yeah, so they're going to be going in. I don't know the format of the actual race, but I know that they're going to be doing free practice 1 on Friday, qualifying on Friday, and then
For the sprint.
Yep, for the sprint, and then into Saturday they have the actual sprint, and then that is
Quality for the race.
Yep, sets the grid for the race.
Wait, I thought that they changed it. Okay, now we got to look it up.
Look it up.
I thought that they changed it to where there's actually a quali for the race now.
Oh.
So there's like 2 qualies.
That would be nice. If they did that on Saturday prior to the sprint race.
I thought that's so. It's like there's less than.
Yeah, let's look it up.
All right, so changing
Let's make
the
sure we got it.
format of some of the races by moving the qualifying event to Friday, which gives the fans a shorter race on Saturday to decide the starting order for Sunday's race. Yeah, so it looks like it's still okay.
Not too
I was wrong.
qualifying. No, but still, it is a weird. I looked it up this morning and I was like, all right, cool. So free practice, but only one practice, which is I think okay. It's one of those, the purists and the heads will be like, damn, like I like my 3 free practices prior to quali, but I don't think the teams love it, obviously. Just immediately expediting one practice. And you go, especially after such a huge gap, and they're all showing up with different versions of upgrades, different new, they've all been doing different work. It's got to be tricky to go from that many weeks off, fly into Baku, and then you get one round, 1 hour to be like, hey man, let's see if this car works. Gotta feel the pressure there. So we'll see. But
I also think though that the sprint is, after all this, after 3 weeks off, the new upgrades, it's like, okay, we get a little bit of practice for some fine tuning, and then we get a true race environment to really see how it is, so we could actually tune it for the actual race. I actually think that it's going to get, I've said actually probably 9 times in this past sentence. I actually think it's going to give them a pretty good, a better fighting chance for the race than it would have if it was just the regular format of three practices and a quali.
Yeah, I do love the advantage of seeing actual race pace in a brand new car without having to run just practice programs and running through your program in the free
simulator.
practices. Yeah, so that's a great point. I hope it works out.
I love
also,
good points.
Baku is a kind of a terrifying track, so there's a high probability for some shenanigans to go down during the sprint race. God, I really hope Checo makes it out okay. The sprint races have annihilated his past couple seasons. He's had such a hard time, but being the street circuit king that he is, I hope he shows up well. He got second last year. Also, a fun little fact that I didn't know: no one has won Azerbaijan Grand Prix twice. It's only ever been the first one was, so there was a one race that was in 2016, but it was an F1 race, but it wasn't the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. The first official one was in 2017, and that was won by Daniel Ricciardo. And then it has changed every single year. It's been a different winner every year. And Charles won one. Obviously Max last year. Lewis won one. Valtteri won one. And then 2020 didn't exist. But yeah, so this might be the first chance for a repeat winner if Max pulls it out, or if one of those guys, maybe Charles, Lord willing.
No, but for real.
Let's be serious. Guys, stop joking around.
How do you think Fernando's gonna do? Our boy.
I hope he wins.
I hope he does too.
I want the hype train.
What are they bringing? Like, what kind of upgrades are they bringing again? Did we talk about this yet?
I don't know.
Aston?
I don't know what Aston's bringing. I think the big news.
Or they're coming with ones later, I think.
Yeah, they might be targeting Barcelona or maybe even Italy a little earlier. But I hope they do great. That would be really fun to see. Aston in the front. Obviously, they have the car, and just barring any shenanigans during the sprint to take them out or cause issues there. The big one was McLaren. We talked about last week. McLaren bringing potentially pretty hefty upgrades with the floor and the side pod design.
Yeah.
Again, my hope is through the roof. I have my LN4 McLaren hoodie on for good luck, which I think it actually might be bad luck. The day that I got this hoodie in the mail was the very infamous Sochi race where Lando was leading and then completely lost his first win because of the rain. So this might be actually, I might need to burn this.
You should wear it. You should keep wearing it. You should keep wearing it.
Yeah.
Aston's bringing a new rear wing.
Oh, nice.
To
cool.
Baku because they're using all that that wind tunnel they have.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's great because they do talk about the Aston being a little quote unquote draggy. Hopefully this will alleviate that in some sort of way and push them closer to Red Bull.
I want it.
Yeah.
I want it.
Yeah.
I love pulling down the kings. You know, it's so fun.
Yeah.
Except for Lewis. He can always be my king.
He is the king. Yeah. It is fun to watch. And this is the problem with F1 that has been an issue since the start, is a team shows up and dominates and everyone's just chasing them. And I think people get so bored with pure domination.
The chase. Yeah.
Yeah. But the beauty of it is the fight in the midfield, everyone else trying to catch up. That chase is super exciting. What I love about this year is Aston surprisingly showed up with a rocket ship.
Yeah, they really
great.
did.
Especially after, they went through hell with Seb, and you feel bad for him. But
God, you really do, don't
Yeah.
you? There's been rumors that Seb's going to replace Helmut Marko at Red Bull.
Really?
Yeah, I saw that on the Instagram or on Reddit.
No way. Oh, that would be awesome.
That Seb, that they might be moving him. They might, because Helmut is what 147 years old, something like that. I think.
I don't know. He has an immortality cream that he just rubs on his skin. He's
going to go back into his genie bottle here shortly.
Yeah, his sarcophagus.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's better. But yeah, dude, it's they've said that, which I think could be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Because I do think a guy like that who's so into Formula One.
Yeah.
Retire all you want, but even Iceman's still racing.
He's around.
And,
Yep.
So I feel like he would. I don't know if he wants to be in a car anymore.
Yeah.
I kind of get that vibe. He wants to garden now.
Yeah.
But I think I could see him though. I could see that being a pretty interesting pickup.
Yeah.
For Red Bull and Seb.
And he knows he's obviously so decorated. He has so much love and so much history with Red Bull. I think overall, just the F1 world in general wants Seb to be around more. He's such a great personality, such a strong voice for so many good things, and he's funny. He's likable. He has the history. Like, it's just great. It would be awesome.
Yeah.
It would be funny and sad if he does take his job and then just becomes Helmut Marko and starts firing off. And everyone's like, oh, no.
He just instantly takes a job and starts hunching over.
It's like, he becomes like a Sith Lord. It's like, the darkness has just crept in, and I have to just intermittently take shots at people who don't deserve it.
His hair starts falling out, that luscious blonde hair. That's funny.
So that's good. But other than that, looking forward to Baku. It's been fun seeing what everyone's been up to. I thought we still have time, a couple of days, but we did get to see Bottas.
Yeah, we still got no butt shot.
I know. We need the butt shot. So if Valtteri listens to the podcast, shout out to Valtteri. We definitely know he's listening. We're
going to tag him in this video.
We would love to get an updated shot of your butt somewhere around the world. But another fun thing was Nico Hulkenberg ran a 10K. It was part of a bigger half marathon event, but you could see on his bib it had a little 10K mark. And then I was on Reddit, and he's a professional athlete, but you don't ever expect them to be in super like running shape versus the type of athlete that they are for driving. But someone dug up his time, and he ran a 35-minute, 50-second 10K, which is insane. That's so much. That's insane. That's borderline elite running. Like, you start chopping, that's 6-minute-ish miles in that world, in like that time frame. That's crazy. That's so great. And like, all the comments were so funny because it's true. It's like, I guess he's a professional athlete. It's like, yeah, but also, come on. Like, that is impressive. Like, I thought that was very impressive of him to run that fast. Super cool. I just love seeing little glimpses of the athletes outside of the racetrack, outside of the paddock, doing those types of things. It's always fun to see Bottas, riding his bike in the cycling races and all that stuff.
Wait, sorry, I've been hung up on this since you said it.
Yeah.
Am I dumb? Isn't that a 3.5-minute mile?
No. 10K is
kilometers, not miles.
Yeah, 10K is like a 6.2 mile race.
Okay,
and
that makes more sense.
Yeah,
I was like, that's like the fastest runner in the world.
Yeah,
type shit. Like 3.5 minutes a mile.
You're
what
like,
the? Yeah,
Prefontaine out here.
Okay, so I am dumb. That's
10K,
the answer.
no,
Okay, got it. Okay. K kilometer. You are in love with a European sport, Gil. Get your fucking mileage, your distances correct.
Yeah.
Get your units right.
We're a metric family.
Man, 35 minutes. That's wild. A buddy of mine ran a 100-mile marathon and is in the hospital right now. So that's fun.
Damn. Did he do it?
Dan Lamort.
Where was it? Where was it?
In New York.
Oh, damn. Yeah, my brother-in-law is in Orcas Island.
I think it was New York.
In the Pacific Northwest, and he just ran a 50-miler. And
oh, wow.
Yeah, it was his
Your
first.
brother did?
My brother-in-law. Yeah, my wife's older brother. And
Boy, if that
so-
was your brother, I'd be like, what an asshole.
Yeah. No, but wild. So it's apparently these ultras are real popular.
That's the new thing. Here's the thing. White people just love hurting themselves, and they're just like, look. Here's the thing. I can't get enough of all this risk in my life.
Yeah.
I need more.
I need
I'm gonna go jump out of a plane. I'm gonna go fucking squirrel dive off of a mountain cliff.
I need to manufacture adversity. That's fun.
Yeah,
That's so
yeah,
fun.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
Nice.
but yeah, man,
Yeah.
it's good on Nico.
Yeah,
Good
great.
on Nico.
So that's fun.
crazy.
Other than that, let's get into. We have a great Mazzy segment this week.
I'm excited for this one.
I'm pumped.
Yeah, we do. We do.
We have a two banger. We couldn't
Yeah.
we couldn't decide who was worse. We'll start with my favorite. I'm excited
Okay.
about this because it's very silly. The end of it is very silly. The actual act is what gave them the Mazzy. But the Mazzy goes out to the protesters that protested the Formula E event at the Berlin E Prix this week. They, right at the start of the race, they climbed the fence, jumped out, and then tried to glue themselves to the track, which in itself is hilarious and a wild thing to do.
Yeah, right?
Sure, if you believe in these things, absolutely. Just don't put anyone else in danger, which they clearly are.
They're just like, thanks for the extra traction with the
yeah.
glue. We appreciate
yeah,
that.
yeah, thanks. But the part that stuck out to me the most and the part that the drivers were
This is the
commenting on
best.
is so funny because they're climate activists. They're going aggressively towards motorsports and motorsport events because their oil consumption and their issues with climate and all that stuff, which is absolutely valid. The problem is,
I mean, yeah, kind of.
they did it
I have two V8s.
yeah,
so.
yeah. Yeah. The problem is they did it at Formula E, which stands for
Yeah.
electric.
Yeah,
Those
there's
cars-
no emissions.
That's the most. It doesn't make sense. That's the last racing series you should have done this at. Of all the ones, like everyone who's at the race, the Formula E paddock would be like, yeah, that's why we're here. We're on your team. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah.
are also trying to eliminate these fuels and these issues and the climate footprint because of this stuff. So it just makes me
You're
laugh
like, look,
so
we
hard.
couldn't afford to make it to Azerbaijan because, look, our efforts are pretty low funded.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go to the closest race we can find.
Yep.
And I feel like there was some like desk attendant that was like, oh, there's a formula race coming.
Yeah.
That's the cars that are going fast. Everyone's like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
No research done
Yeah.
whatsoever.
I love
Just
the
like-
idea that I would hope that as the car's taking off at the starting grid and a guy's climbing the fence, it clicks and he's like, why are these cars so quiet? Why are these like the quietest cars I've ever heard in my life? Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I turned my mic down so no one could hear it.
Clip the sneeze.
Dude,
But that's
for
it.
real.
It's very silly to me. Obviously, having convictions about the right things are important, but when you put yourself in danger by putting other people's lives in danger, it's not right. And then also just to do it in a place
Wrong.
that agrees
Wrong.
with you. They agree with you. So very funny.
You're like, yeah, we couldn't. That's why we're here, dog.
Yeah.
We do 20 laps, and then we're done. So we're not even using that much power
Yeah.
or fossil fuels to
Yeah.
fucking charge these things
Yeah.
either. So I think we're doing okay.
I think the worst part of Formula E, climate-wise, is clearly like the logistics of traveling, which is an issue
Yeah.
for a lot of things. But yeah, I don't know, man. Go protest at the airport. It's tough.
Yeah, go glue yourself to an airplane
Yeah.
if that's what you're worried about.
Tough. So
Anyway,
and
so
what's our
that's our
second
first one.
Yep.
Our second Mazzy goes out to Anne Hoffman,
Shout out.
editor-in-chief of the German magazine, I don't know, Die Aktuelle.
Damn, the Germans are
Aktuelle.
going through it for the Mazzy.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Let me see if there's a translation of this in my computer.
Yeah. Die
She, translate, it stands for the current.
Oh right. Sweet.
Wow.
Okay.
I like how in German, the is die.
Yeah. Die.
Yeah, that's very German. So here's why Anne gets it, because Anne wrote a fake article a fake interview with Michael Schumacher that didn't happen.
Ooh.
And apparently, not only did she lie about this interview, she did it all through AI generation. So she had like Chat GPT, if you will, generate what Michael Schumacher would have said to her review. This is the editor-in-chief. This is like king shit of this magazine, and that's the kind of quality that
The ethics.
publications are putting out. Yeah.
Yikes. Yeah, that's
Dude.
bad, man. That's not only is it bad because you're on so many issues with this.
Yeah, there's a lot on
there's
there,
so many.
yeah.
It's like the ethical issues of this are huge, but also just because the family, it's so disrespectful to the family, the Formula One community at large. Obviously, Michael Schumacher. People don't know his state right now, and the family has guarded that so privately and rightfully so. And then just to be like, oh, this is what he would say is, and then publish it. It blows my mind that people have that gear in them. They're like, this is a great idea. Send, hit, like, what?
They're under the gun so bad. They're like, I need an article. I don't know. Chat GPT, what should I do?
Yeah. Who haven't we talked to in a few years? Michael Schumacher. What's he up to?
Good
who cares? Insane.
I'll tell you what he's up to. AI, tell me what he's up to.
Schumacher GPT. Fire away. I mean, it's ridiculous. So
I would love it if the McLaren just rolls out with a Chat GPT sponsorship on them. This
AI generated logos of just all the different like it's just like this could be our sponsor generated by AI.
Yeah.
100%.
It's that thing that changes all the time that's next to the driver's cockpit. Yeah. So anyway, a bunch of dummies out there.
Silly folks.
But we're here, and we're going to call out the dummies. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're here for everybody. I lost it. Anyway, that's our episode.
It was a
everybody.
good one.
Thank
We
you.
had fun.
It was a fun one. Sweet Ann Hoffman, Formula E protesters.
Yep.
The world out here, we're dying. This is how bad we're dying for Formula One content.
We brought
People
Betty Ferguson back.
Yeah. Give us a race, please.
We need it.
Give us a race. I got to watch the race in Vegas next week.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
Record in Vegas.
Yeah, that's really exciting. I'm going to be recording in Chicago. So.
Oh, that'll be fun. We're going to have different backgrounds.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. So.
People are going to be visually confused when they watch the episodes.
I'm doing it from, I don't know, some iconic Chicago place that I can't think of right now. So Wicker Park. I'm just going to go to Wicker Park. There you go.
Go to the Bean.
Yeah, the Bean.
The Bean.
Obviously.
Just record at the Bean.
I'm going to be on top of the Bean recording, yelling about Formula One. So.
Quiet, please.
Guys, can you guys calm down? No.
We're doing a podcast.
Yeah.
Awesome.
All
right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Follow us on our social medias at Jeffrey Tice, GeoffreyTice. Follow me at I am Brent Gill. Our amazing producer, Kat Orlean, at KO Recording. Jan, our video editor, at Points in a Williams. Give us a review. Share us with your friends. What an off season. What an off 3 weeks we've had.
It did feel like a full off season.
It felt like a full season, right?
But we're back. Baku next week. Can't wait.
Baku.
All
right, everybody. We'll see you next Monday. Don't forget, wear your seatbelts, drive safe, and take it to a racetrack. Don't do it in the public. It's dumb. Don't ruin it for me, all right?
Yeah.
We don't need protesters at my house. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye.